Yo, what's up guys? We are here now, finally with season 14 highlights in AOR, and this is round 1 here in Melbourne. And as you can see there, the race will be wet, so qualifying is pretty dry at the moment, but race will be wet. So yeah, let's get started. And yeah, obviously qualifying being dry and normally being 2 runs, I went out and tried to put a lap in just as a banker, and you can see there I think that's Taylor DeVoe setting a 21.8, I think that was, and I ended up setting a 21.6, which put me on provisional pole for now. But yeah, this season I signed up for it. I wasn't going to, but I signed up for it because the grid was looking super strong, stronger than ever, possibly the strongest ever in Xbox AOR, and we had like Martin, Limitless, Dizzy Cupid, Evo, Matiz, my brother Alonso, who did really good at the end of the season last season. So yeah, about 6-7 title contenders, and I just that pretty much made me sign up. I was up for the challenge, and yeah, so but this is our lap now, and I'll leave you guys to it because I felt like this was a really good lap, so I'll leave you guys to it and see how it goes. So yeah, as you see there, we set 21.0, which puts us on provisional pole for now, even though on the top left it says 10th, it's broken. But yeah, as you might have noticed on that last lap, we did a slight cut at the chicane, the high speed chicane, the one coming up now. And because I didn't really feel good about it, I went for another lap straight away so I can improve with a cleaner lap. So coming here, we're about equal on our time. This time I take a cleaner through there, lose about I think 400 for 300ths of a second, and I was still adamant that I can improve on this lap. And coming into here pretty nicely, but you can see that even though we nailed the corner, we've lost time, and that just because the tyres are just dying off and you don't get the same grip anymore. So coming to the last corner there, and we're just pushing now, we're pushing as much as we can, and we push too much, and yeah, part of me was actually gutted that I couldn't improve. But either way, we are first place now. We actually managed to stay on the pole. I think Evo managed to get second place, and yeah, Evo, as we saw in the esports series in AOR, he actually won the last race and he won the whole championship, so he's pretty strong, he's pretty quick. Looking at the final results here, we're pole by about 3/10 over Evo, then Alonso in 3rd, Surprise Me 4th, Joe in 5th, Lee 6th, Limitless 7th, Matiz down in I think 10th or 11th that was, and Martin in 13th. So that kind of surprised me, to be honest. I was expecting them to be in top 8, but I know their racecraft is really good. So looking forward to the race now, heavy wet conditions, and yeah, let's see how it goes. Five lights and away we go. Looks like a fairly decent start with just about better than Evo. His second face didn't look too good, so Alonso goes round the outside of him. Maybe he can make it 1-2. Yeah, it looks like it's us in 1-2 now, and as we saw in the last 3 races last season, we actually managed to get 3 1-2s in a row. So this right here, it was bringing back memories from that season, and another 1-2 obviously would be really good. But it's a long race, 29 laps in these conditions. Neither of us practiced for this, I don't think. I'm not sure if the other guys did, but I'm 100% sure that me and Alonso did not practice for this, and yeah, right now we're just trying to adapt. And I knew instantly, I knew Sonaj, well, Alonso, he'd be faster than me, so I was just trying to stay ahead, trying to stay cool, trying not to make mistakes. And if you go off track once, you can drop all the way down to like 10th, maybe even more. It just depends how bad the mistake is. But early in the race, when the grid's really close, if you make one mistake, it can cost you loads of positions. So right here, just trying to adapt, trying to stay on the track and see how it goes. And we knew it was going to be light rain at some point, and you can see there asking now subtitles, it says the heavy rain will stop after about 10 minutes. So right here, yeah, we were trying to think ahead as well at the same time, trying to see what lap it could turn into intermediate conditions. But until then, just try and minimize mistakes, stay on the track, and possibly pull a gap to the cars behind. But yeah, coming around last corner now, end of lap 1, and you can see we are struggling, and yeah, this race there'll be a few mistakes, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah, like there are some things that pretty much have changed that for the future races. Part of me is just myself getting better in these conditions, but also I bought new pedals for the next race, so yeah, I'll get more into that later in the race. But coming at the end of lap 2 now, the last sector, we make a mistake into that corner, and it looks like Alonso has got a better run than us. Can he go down the inside? Yes, he does. We back out of that. We don't want any of that right now. It's too early in the race to battle. And you can see up there, Limitless in 3rd place. I think he started 7th or 8th, and he is really good in these conditions, and he's instantly gone up to 3rd. So looking at that and seeing that, obviously put a worry on my head there, or in my mind anyway. And yeah, you can see Alonso fastest lap, and Limitless says the fastest lap. So right now it's mixed feelings, to be honest. And yeah, again, in my head I'm trying to like stay on the track, be cautious, and pretty much sometimes when that happens, that's when I drive slower. I try to be cautious, end up being too cautious, and I end up going slow. And without pushing, you can't find the limits, but at the same time you don't want to go off track and lose a lot of position. So it's tricky, it really is tricky. But coming to the end of lap 3 now, Alonso sets the fastest lap. Limitless goes nearly a second faster than him. So yeah, he is too quick at this point. It's really quick, and yeah, it's worrying. At that time it was worrying, and all I can do, again, I'll repeat myself here, is just stay on the track. And I think in the wet it could be easy at some tracks to get past, but in the wet I feel like it could be hard if you position your car right in a proper way. Then it's really hard to get past. So in my mind, that was always there. Even though Limitless was about a second quicker, I felt like if I can adapt quick before he catches up, I can try and keep him behind. And coming to the end of lap 4 now, this time it's Alonso that goes wide into that corner. And this time we try and repeat what he did on us, and we go ahead. This time he brakes early, so pretty much copying each other there, what happened on lap 2. And now we move into 1st place, and this is when I felt like I had to get a move on, because myself here, if I drive too slow, then it gives Limitless a better chance to overtake Alonso. But if me and Alonso can drive at our own pace, then it'll be hard for Limitless to go past. So yeah, we improved to a 39.7 there. It's still off pace, way off pace. It's about 6/10 slower than Limitless's fastest lap. So yeah, you can see here struggling still, but yeah, just trying to adapt really. It's still like 5th lap, and just trying to adapt, just stay on the track. You can see the, yeah, even Limitless there makes a slight mistake, so that pretty much made me feel better, because at least he's not going without mistakes, he's also making mistakes, so it gives you a bit more confidence. And coming out of this corner now, you can see he's still struggling a bit, trying to not use exit curves, but the car's pushing towards them, and we've actually built a small gap, and looks like them two are actually going to battle now. Alonso covers the inside really aggressively there, and 1 second the gap is. We improve to 39.2, but we go wide, and yeah, that's going to cost us a bit of time. And yeah, improving to 39.2, it felt better. It gave me more confidence, because I know I was only about a 10th off Limitless's fastest lap, so matching the pace slightly, but still not enough. I think if Limitless gets clean there, he can be about half a second faster than us at this point. And I'll just wait him wait for the intermediate conditions to come. And coming here now, 1.2 the gap is, and a 1.7 to limitless, so them two batting has helped us slightly. And coming now, it's actually set in purples right now, and the gap's still 9/10 to Alonso, so yeah, we're not opening the gap, but we are improving. And coming to the end of the lap now, let's see what happens. 39.1, we don't improve, but Alonso and Limitless set a 0.8, 38.8, so about 3/10 faster now. And yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm trying my really best to actually like get on with it, but I'm still not in that zone yet where I can push to what I feel I can go comfortable with. And like I said earlier, I just trying to avoid mistakes, but trying to open at the same time. It's not really the best feeling at all. And now we actually set a 0.8, I think that is, and now we're improving. Now we're actually quicker. That lap we were actually quicker than both of them. And yeah, we're still struggling. Look at that, just struggling a lot. And yeah, I just couldn't find the consistent feeling. And I just couldn't put consistent times. And coming here now, setting purple, and it's lap 13, and we go wide there again. And once I said that purple, it's weird because I didn't feel like it was a good sector 1, but I still set purple. So instantly I was trying to find out the tyre status to see if it's intermediate conditions yet. As you can see, I already picked intermediate tyres just in case we need the last minute pit. And you can see I asked for the tyre status there, and it says we can change tyres, so it's the perfect time to change tyres. But knowing Jeff on this game, I don't really like trust him that much at all. So yeah, I was trying to like look at the lap times, trying to see if it's improved enough to switch to inters yet. And again here, yeah, there you go. It says, yeah, it says we're ready for the slick tyre now. So that just shows how how reliable Jeff is. Dry tyres apparently, slick tyres are the best ones apparently to go on. So yeah, just yeah. So coming around now, once he said that, I felt at least it's inters now. No, it can't be dries, but it's definitely inters. And coming around now into the pits, you can see I think Limitless actually got past Alonso in the last sector there. So yeah, now coming to the pits, switch to inters. And once I saw that Limitless went past Alonso, I'm not gonna lie, I was a bit more worried because I know what Limitless can actually do in the wet. I know how quick he is, and yeah, people can say it's the pad being quicker, but I feel like if I actually practiced in the wet and I knew what type of setup to use for the wet, and if I can actually drive at a consistent level, I think I can match his pace in the wet. Maybe not heavy wet, maybe I'll be a few tenths off him in the heavy wet, but into intermediates I think I can match him. And coming now, we get to see if it's inters time, and it did feel like at the time, I felt like there was more grip coming through these corners, and seeing other drivers set faster laps on the inters, instantly I knew it was time for, well, it's just the perfect decision. And I think we pit a few laps late, too late, but I think it was better to wait rather than rush it and go wrong. And you can see there, I think that's either with a 0.8, 0.7 maybe. And yeah, so lap 16 now, coming into sector 1, set in purple, and the gap is 1.5, and I think it was 2.2 when we came out the pits, but Limitless has dropped it to 1.5. And yeah, so as I said earlier, Limitless is just really good in the wet, and he's closing that gap. The best I can do right now is just to stay consistent, don't really make too many mistakes, just minimize the mistakes, and when he does get close, or if he does get close, we can at least try and keep the car on the track. And we set a 0.4 there, and Limitless beats that by about, I think it was about 100 for 13,000, something like that. So the pace, our pace is not too bad, it's just the consistency that's lacking. So when he does get close, we have to just not make any mistakes, because one mistake and he's through. And you can see there, 0.8 he said, and that was literally a second slower. I went a second slower that lap, and he has closed 1.5 seconds down to down to half a second, sorry. And yeah, this is when the pressure builds up. And coming across the line now, still about 10 laps to go, 11 laps, and I just wanted the race to finish right now, because I know, like, if he gets really close, he will go for moves, and he is really good at making overtakes. And I feel like he's one of the strongest guys that with the racecraft when it comes to racecraft. As you can see there, that was a half-hearted move, I think, but at the same time he was testing how late he's braking against me, and instantly I knew he was looking for that opportunity and he's trying to put me under pressure. And like I said, his race car is pretty good, and yeah, it's worrying. And coming into sector 1 now, still about half a second ahead, we go wide, pick up a warning. I think that was our first warning of the race, or maybe our second, but yeah, it's still about 10 laps to go still. So yeah, just at this point, like, I'm someone that likes pressure, but at the same time, if I'm not feeling confident, then it's a bit tricky. It gets a bit tricky. And there, you would have seen, I had the weirdest rear wing damage, but at the time I thought it was damage, but it turns out apparently it's when your DRS breaks, and DRS wasn't even enabled, so I have no idea how that breaks. But yeah, coming now, we're improving to 0.9, that is, and we're staying good under pressure. We're not really making crucial mistakes where it's going to lead him to get past. And coming out there, he was really close to us, but he's made a slight mistake and he drops a bit down. So we're making mistakes, he's making mistakes, so it is about consistency right now. And you can see Alonso now setting like faster times than us. So yeah, it was a mixed race. It was actually a decent race. I feel the top 3 were just in the league of their own. I kind of hate to say that because the other 4 drivers I mentioned earlier, they're pretty quick as well, so it was weird, but yeah, I was enjoying it. I was really enjoying it, and times were pretty close between us two, and yeah, just trying to like minimize mistakes. And that's all I can do at this point. If I push too hard and make a mistake, I'll regret it. I'll regret it instantly because it would pretty much gift him the win right there. So I'd rather like be cautious and cut off a little time off my time and be consistent rather than push and make a mistake. So coming into here now, lap 22, about 7 or 8 laps to go. He's really close to us, almost closer than ever. And coming into here, we go wide. That's going to be a poor run. And coming to the penultimate corner, he goes down the inside, and that pretty much surprised me right there. I opened the wheel a bit, and here I just try and take a good exit, trying to get a good exit so I can hold him off. But we clip the exit curb, and that gives us poor traction, and on the straight we will be vulnerable, and we hold the inside line. Let's see how it goes into turn 1 now. Looks like we're just holding it on track now, and he's going for the switchback nicely there. We're side by side coming into turn 3, neck and neck. Where do we brake? He brakes way later than us, and he's holding it round the outside. We bang wheels there coming into turn 4, side by side, and that happens. We get a slight wing damage there, but yeah, that happens. And to be honest, I think that was just a racing incident, but watching it back from his perspective as well, it wasn't really the same on this screen. On this screen he did really literally nothing, but I think it was just unfortunate that my front wing got stuck in his wheel. And at the time I was pissed, but looking at it now, you can see we bang wheels there, coming to turn 4, we give each other like fairly enough space, and then my front wing just gets stuck in his wheel, and that happens. And yeah, at the time I thought like I was just expecting him to give me the place back, because at the time I thought he actually drove into me, but looking at his screen he didn't, and there was just a little bit of desync, and unfortunate that my wing got stuck in his wheel. So fair play to him, he did a really good move, and I think he actually deserved to be in the lead right now, as much as I hate to say that. But yeah, you can see here we're actually setting faster lap times now, even with a little bit of wing damage. I'm setting faster lap times than him, and yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like when I'm the car ahead, I'm just cautious, but when I'm the car behind, I start pushing way more, and I go even faster than I was when I was ahead. So yeah, that is a little annoying, but not much you can do right now. And at this point, I was eager to get back. I was just eager to get back in the lead, and we're trying to push him. And now, yeah, he's made a slight mistake into the penultimate corner. Bang wheels once again, and here we're trying to get a better exit. That's all we need, and we need to be clinical, because we know if we give him a chance, he will pull away. And right now, I'm in this section, I'm trying to close down, but I'm not really closing enough. And yeah, it wasn't enough to make a move there. I think it would have been too risky. And here, I just decided to go for a quick switchback, trying to like get a good run into turn 3, but we make a mistake, and yeah, that's pretty much our chance gone to make a move. And yeah, seeing him make a slight mistake, he actually, yeah, he gave me again a bit more confidence, and that's just what really happens. And it's not just for me, it's the exact same for him. If he sees me making mistakes, he will feel much better, and he will have more confidence. But after that, nothing really happened, to be honest. He just drove brilliantly to pull away, and yeah, looking at the last lap now, you can see the gap's still under a second, but he wasn't really making any mistakes like we were, and he was just, yeah, I think he deserved to be in the lead right now. He deserved to have the win, because I felt like he just drove brilliant the whole race, and fair play to him, really. There's nothing much you can do, and I'm not even going to bother complaining that the pad's quicker or the wheels quicker, because I think if I drove a good race, then I could have like stayed ahead, but I didn't. He did. He drove brilliantly, so yeah, full credit to him, man. Coming across the line now, 18 points for us. It's going to be crucial. It's going to be a long season. Like I said earlier, so many title contenders, so yeah, it's important to maximize the points, and not much you can do when someone drives that good. There's not much you can do. I was happy with second place, to be honest, and happy to see Alonso in third as well, because that's like our fourth podium together, I think, in a row. So yeah, that is pretty much the end result right there. Limits in first with a well-deserved win, us in second, Alonso third, Surprisement fourth, our teammate, Matiz fifth, Bamley sixth, Stone seventh, and it goes so on. Evo down in 10th, Marty 11th, and yeah, overall a pretty fun race, to be honest. I wish I was a bit more confident, and I wish I drove a bit better, but yeah, I think that is just the best I could have done on the day. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will try to get the next highlights as soon as possible. Thanks for watching, and see you later. Cheers.